Hi everyone, it's Gypsy Boot Pharmacy, Heather Campbell here. How are you? I just wanted to do a short video post about a fun New Year activity that you can do with your kids. I every year I do what I call a vision board, but it's a collage, and I think it's a really fun activity for kids to do, and so I wanted to show you a little bit about mine and some ideas of what might come up when you do it with your kids. It's really fun. So the reason I call it a vision board is because I feel like when you choose the images, mine's gonna go right here. See, it's blank. I burn mine at the end of the year every year. So mine has already been burnt from last year, but I find that they're kind of prophetic. If you choose the images from your gut at the beginning of the year, interesting things can happen. For instance, this past year, mine had a picture of spice mounds, just, like several different bowls just with mounds of spices. And when I was in Morocco just a few weeks ago, I saw that picture. I saw these just huge platters of spices mounded up with gold and orange and greenish and browns and beautiful colors. So on the darker side of life, I also had a picture chosen, so January 2013, I chose to put a picture of a woman with beautiful legs, and she was kind of hanging out of a car, fun, with her legs out, hanging out of the car with her left knee straight. And I thought, oh, I really like those legs. I want to have those legs. But I ended up tearing my ACL on the left knee. And so this year has been kind of an exercise in trying to get my knee straight after surgery. So, I know this is kind of intuitive and it's very open to interpretation, but this is a side of your child that I hope I can help you find ways to develop that side of your child, because I'm interested in educating the whole child. And nature and travel are ways that I have chosen to just share my knowledge and experience on. So, okay, so I thought maybe I would take you on a tour of my board, and we're gonna do this as a family on Sunday. So I'm collecting images I'm collecting magazines. You can print off images from your computer. I find the tactile, the activity of flipping through pages and cutting out is really fun. Plus you get text in different fonts and colors that is, for me, it's more visually exciting. I'm sure, you can find that on the computer as well. So do how you like. Okay, so here's my vision board. It's a little smaller than last year's because this is the size that I have. So it's really weird because when I look at it, this happened last year too. This is kind of like, the left is kind of like my right brain going on, and the stuff on the right side is kind of my left brain going on. And with science and things about sales or products or numbers or linear thinking. And this is about intuition. I have this really cool, like an Asian acrobatic martial artist spiraling around, and that's by crafting and coaxing the muse. So this is kind of creativity and charity work. I love the company Heifer International, if you've ever heard about that, and I don't know, something might happen with that this year, I hope, for me. This year is the year of the horse. hopefully literally as well as figuratively. So and then this metal tag right here we had laying around, and it says friends. And I've been kind of reclusive lately this year, and so in order for me to like save money and stuff, I thought, well, maybe I'll work on having, friends over to eat instead of going out all the time and spending money that I don't need to spend on food when I can make good food at home, and connect with my friends here at my house at Gypsy Boo Pharmacy. So, let's see what else. Oh, and, this is a good exercise about just choosing things from your gut. And from your gut, I mean just how it makes you feel, just your instant gut reaction, not thinking, just feeling, just going for what is attracting you at the moment. And so some of these things don't make sense to me right now. For instance, okay, wait, I have to get my glasses. Where are they? This says like perfect lightning burritos. Perfect lightning burritos. I have no idea what that means. I just thought it was cool. I liked it. So I added it. And then this flamenco dancer, which I saw in Spain. I saw him in Spain. And his face and his body expression with his hands, that flamenco dancing is kind of like, that fine line between pleasure and pain. And it just intrigued me. I was flabbergasted. I just had never seen such a stark representation of that space, that line between those two things. And then this dark-haired guy with kind of a weird look on his face, like a Joaquin Phoenix-looking guy. I have no idea what that is going to mean for this year. I'm kind of worried to find out. But anyway, so we'll see. But I was drawn to it, and so I put it on there, for better or for worse. And so hopefully you can do that with your kids. Teach them what is attracting you. There are things about the way we think, the way we're hardwired, the way nature is, that maybe we don't have to think about. And our intuition is a great ability that humans have that we can develop and enjoy and celebrate. So I hope that happens for you. Some of the other benefits of doing this with your kids is it's a fun family activity. Anytime you're sitting around a table together doing something with your hands, conversations happen and questions happen, and, oh, Dad, look at this picture, or, oh, why did you choose this picture? And so I really look forward to the conversations that will happen due to these images that are going to be put on our boards. And another cool thing about these boards is it really encourages your child to ask, what do I want for this year? And it helps them look at a finite amount of time. And, the younger the kids are, a year seems like forever. I understand that. And maybe you'll want to do a seasonal board for younger kids, as the year goes on, because their attention spans and ideas about time are so different. But I find that the older we get, sometimes we lose that ability to really understand what it is we want and be clear about it. And I know it's hard for me at times. And so this is a good way to develop that in your child and help them keep it for as long as they can, because there are plenty of other voices in the media, with friends, at school, whatever, that like to tell us what we want. And I think a whole healthy child can maneuver those and borrow from those, and also be able to sit quietly and go from the gut, and understand their feelings a little bit better than maybe grown-ups can sometimes. So hopefully they can keep that for longer. I had my 12-year-old daughter. Ellery is my daughter, is the one that I homeschool, and we're leaving for India in a little while. All four of us, the whole family's able to attend an Indian wedding in the state of Gujarat, in Ahmedabad. And so that will be really interesting, and I'll do some posting about how I prepare for a trip like that, having to do with childhood education especially, that might help you and might be fun for you to look at. But anyway, she just read a novel called The Midwife's Apprentice. We've been going over human reproduction and women's issues, or childbirth and labor and things like that. And this book, The Midwife's Apprentice by Karen Cushman, is a really neat book, and it's age appropriate for a 12-year-old girl. And the character in the book, to me, the nugget of truth is really how we come to understand what it is we want. A lot of times it's experiencing what we don't want. She starts out life as kind of a nobody, an orphan with no name. She thinks her name is Brat. And when she moves up to being able to sleep on the dung heap, her name changes to Beetle. And so she goes through this little evolution of self-discovery and self-realization. And one of the sweetest, most powerful parts of the book is when she's able to say out loud, "This is what I want." And she finds her name and she finds her place in the world. And I love the book, so I recommend it to you if you have a daughter around 12 years old. Let's see, what else did I want to say? So anyway, that's where I'm going to put my thing. I don't, this is kind of my yoga, meditation, place, and maybe we can talk about that, because I do feel like children can benefit from learning how to stretch, or learning how to do yoga, or learning how to sit quietly and listen and also be introspective, for short amounts of time. This needs to be age appropriate, definitely. But for me, it's definitely part of educating a whole child. The left brain, the right brain, the heart and the mind, the animal instincts that we have, and the mythical superheroes that we all want to be. And hopefully we can engender those feelings in our kids and channel them and help them realize their dreams. That's my greatest dream for our kids. So until next time, thanks for watching.